Tom's tallest building, 2 International Finance Center, is 88 stories tall.
Is that too important?
That's just the name of the building.
So you guys know that's part of the name. 2 International Finance.
Ow.
The former Sears Tower in Chicago is 8 stories taller than the Empire State Building in New York City.
It is now known as the Willis Tower.
Yeah.
Willis.
If all of the buildings were stacked on top of each other, the combined height would have 300 stories. How many stories does the Sears Tower have? So we use N for New York. So N plus
So there are options here. They're taking a route that's going to involve a bit more work, but it's okay. Because the first thing to do is just get rid of the 88. So if I was you, I'd be writing this down. I'm also going to hang these posters out in the hallway, like kind of where I started hanging posters out there. So if you want to reference back to those and look at their solution process a bit closer, the posters will all be out there. So then what'd you guys do? Now really at this point, Ella, do you have to keep those parentheses around the n plus 8? No, because we can't do n plus 8, so she didn't have to write those parentheses. The n plus n gave her the 2n. If you guys have questions, please stick with hand and ask the group. Wonderful. And what is that? What would the label on that be?
stories.
Yeah, 102 stories in the Empire State Building. Because they were solving for New York, the Empire State Building. Oh no, Sears Tower is another one of those. So, Sears Tower, they tell us, is 8 stories taller. How tall is Sears Tower? 110. Back when we were in Chicago, you ride all 110 up in an elevator really fast, walk out on the observation deck, and you are above. That's that picture right there. It's from the observation deck in the Willis Tower. Right above Kearney the Cardinal. Right towards the, right to the right, that's already done somewhere. That's the Willis Tower. Any questions from our group? This process makes sense. Thank you guys very much. We will have your poster in the hallway if people want to see it. You no, leave it. Drop it. Back. All right, I'm leaving it. I'm saving that. That's wonderful. All right, Liam's group. What was your number for your letter, sir?
Letter?
C. Delaware.
Yeah.
So these are in your book too. So if you are labeling these, then you'll be able to reference back to the problems in the book. Now, do you really want to go today, or do you want to wait and see if Nathan's back? Yeah, let's see. If we have a bunch of time at the end of class, maybe we should have you go, but I'm realizing you presenting alone is kind of lame. Oh, and Emily signed up next anyways. Sorry, I got my order goofed up because we were talking about who's on deck and everything. Emily, what was your letter? B? Alright, Liam, hang out for a minute. We'll see if we get to you. I don't think we'll probably have enough time for that. Mackinac Bridge. Now, we won't necessarily talk about that state up more.
No one likes it. Ew.
You know, I heard they have like a couple cool lakes. I'd go check out their lakes. Well, they're right on Lake Michigan. Don't they touch Lake Superior?
They're on Lake Michigan.
No, they don't.
What?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
bad
wait,
with
they do,
geography,
they do.
guys. My teachers weren't as good as Mrs. Cullen. All right, have at it, Kate and Emily. Oh, do you want to tack that up on the?
Yeah.
Let's magnetize this.
Yes. The Mackinac Bridge in Michigan is 1,158 meters long. The Sigma Bridge in Hong Kong is 97 meters longer than the Golden Gate Bridge in California. Together, all three bridges have a length of 38,150 meters. How long is the Sigma Bridge?
So this is one of those situations where if all you do is underline, you kind of underlined everything. This is why I use highlighters. What they've done is great. That's all important. You don't have to use highlighters. But I'm just encouraging. Notice the last group kind of gave you color activation with like every time you switch colors. Here we've just kind of got everything under. So you're good. Show us your work so we can make sense of this.
So what we did is we took we kind of made variables for each one. So we did m equals 1,008 meters because for that. And then we did t equals 97 plus g because the Hong Kong Bridge, well, the Sigma Bridge, sorry, is 97 meters plus the Golden Gate Bridge. Then we did total is
Sorry, my smart card is Bluetooth. It's
Your
off
turn.
center.
So, we started out.
You guys don't have to show any other work here. Their paper's really good. You might not be able to see it because of the pencil. But
So we started out by doing a 5G process. Guess the G, and that. Guess 1,240. Then we did like the plus 97, and then the N is just 1,158. And we added them, and it was 2L. And then we tried.
Ella Gibson, please stop by the office. Ella Gibson, please stop by the office. Thank you.
Then we tried 1,280, and then we did all the process again. We added it, and it was the length. So, Golden Gate Bridge is 1,280 meters long. The Sigma Bridge is 1,377 meters, and the Mackinac Bridge is 1,158 meters.
so for our equation, we started
I'm helping you guys out. So this is what they had on their paper.
Yeah.
Because I've checked out everybody's stuff. So they laid out, and they didn't show it up here, but obviously G stands for Golden Gate Bridge. You don't have enough time. Sorry. I know it's wet.
Okay. So
You can just explain if you want. You can do whatever you want. It's all up to you.
first we added like terms with g, so we got 2g plus 97 plus 1,158 equals 3,815. Then we added like terms again with 1,158 and 97, and then we got 2g plus 1,255 equals 3,815. Then we did balance of pairs, and we subtracted 1,255 from both sides, and then we got 2g equals 2,560. We divided it by 2 since there was 2 g's, and we got g equals 1,280 meters.
Woo!
Yeah.
So without the work between steps shown, that is what their process would have looked like. But they would have work between each step, saying, okay, minus 1255, divide by 2. Questions for Kate and Emily? So guys, one of the things that I hope we're starting to realize, our peers are really good at explaining this. Your peers can help you. Homework can be a group activity. Like, use each other. Anything else you guys want to say? You should go visit all those places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go travel.
Yeah.
Sweet. And let's fit in Alex's group. So let's get your poster packed up here. Which one are you guys? So, since you guys did this differently, will you share with us like how yours is different than the group you've already seen? Alright, so Alex and Matt had A also, but they used a different variable. They solved it slightly differently. So, let's give them our, because A was Hong Kong, right? That one. Okay, I'm going to clone this page and give you guys your own. Sweet. So to do whatever you want with the smartboard, talk, tell, whatever. It's a little off. So the first thing that was different, what did you guys use for your variable? Yeah, they used E. They were saying Empire State Building. Did you did not by deprocess at all, you just dove right into the variables, or the expression? Can you explain what you guys did?
So then we made an equation which was E plus 88 plus 8 equals 300.
So, no, not that. You said E plus 88 equals 300?
Not in parentheses. And then plus 8.
Oh, plus 8 here. Sorry, I misheard you. So I think you guys solved slightly differently than the girls. What'd you do first?
We combined the two E and the A and the 88 to get 2E plus 96 equals 300.
So Alex and Matt are going to save a little bit of work. Because they combined their like terms first, they save time. What do you guys do next?
Then we took away 96 from both sides.
They took away the 96 and got 2E equaled. Same thing the ladies had, right? But they took our first group 2 steps. Not any error. They just took a bit more work.
Then we divided it by 2 and got E equals 102.
Very good. Questions for Matt and Alex? Their poster shows all this. I realized that the posters aren't quite visible from where you guys are at. So we will kind of do like a gallery walk, which I think CPM's names for things are kind of cheesy, but I do like when they're like, oh, let students walk around and see each other's work. We don't quite have long enough in our class to do that, but I'll hang them out in the hallway so you can check out everyone's posters. Please, normal Phoenix rules, respect people's stuff. Don't mess with other people's posters. But use those to help you with solving equations. Also, I have a giant poster in the back here. Did I point that out the other day? It solves an equation for you. It shows everything from step, from distribution to checking your answer. That shows the whole thing. Thank you, Dana White. I appreciate that. Do you even know who Dana White is?
He's the girl from Real Fun.
Okay, you need to work on it though. You got it. I have a challenge for people.
I'm not interested.
I figured you weren't.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not interested in your attitude, but I get it every day no matter what.
Yeah, you do.
Problem E here. Now you guys do have homework, so I'm not saying like you need to. But problem E seems to be very challenging. It is very challenging. Like, let's not lie about it. It's a pretty challenging problem. So if you're looking for a challenge, if you're done with homework, whatever else, check out problem E. Next week, to give you guys a heads up of where we're going. That's not you. That's your schedule for today. CC. We have 626, which we're going to do on Monday, which is talking about when. Now, I want to talk about this real quick because I know some people work ahead in homework. 626 takes kind of a shift in gears, not to make a car joke, but you can have equations that can't be solved. Like there are, and it's not like a trick, it's just it doesn't make any sense. Like if I said my weight equals Francesca's weight and set up, that's not true. It wouldn't work. So, some equations have no solutions. Some equations have infinitely many solutions. Like they can never be wrong. So, if you choose to start to work ahead, please understand 626 is fairly different than what we've been working on. Please finish up the 625 homework. I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, there's Monica here. Where? Oh. You could say Anika. So people used to call my friends when they were